So there may be times when you don't have a lot of time to do anything, but you just need to numb your mind. And instead of going to Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, whatever, just take 5 minutes, and this is a really simple sequence. You're just going to go between 2 poses, back and forth, and you take as long as you want to. But the cool thing about this is that because your body is so intricate and unique, these simple poses give you the space to explore and be curious about your body and learn a little bit more about your own unique body composition, how it feels that day, what it's capable of that day. So although it may seem really simple, and that's kind of the cool thing about it, is this gives you more room for exploration. So come on to hands and knees, and we're going to go between what's called cow pose and downward dog. So you're going to inhale, lengthen your spine, open the front of your body, and feel that space as your back curves a little bit. And then you're going to go into downward dog, where you tuck the toes, excuse me, and you pull the ribs in. Make sure that you pull the belly button in and pull the ribs in so that you've got support as you lift your hips up into downward dog. Now with downward dog, everyone's going to look different. It doesn't matter if you have your legs straight or bent. The main thing is to not have all of your weight forward. This is the most common thing I see, is that there's a lot of weight forward in the arms and in the shoulders. So lift your hips up toward the ceiling, even if that means that you need to lift the heels up higher and bend the knees more. But make sure that you don't have all of your weight on your pinky toes, all of your weight on your big toes. All 10 toes are sharing the weight, and you've got your hips up high, even between where your hands are and where your feet are, if that makes sense. So I don't want it to be uneven this way or even that way. It's spaced right in the middle. So with that long explanation, we're going to exhale, take the knees down, inhale, open the front of the body into cow, exhale, pull the belly button in, pull the ribs in, lift up to downward dog, inhale while you're here in downward dog. Exhale down, inhale, open cow. Exhale, pull in, downward dog, inhale, lengthen here. So you exhale to transition between the poses, you inhale to fully move into that pose. Exhale, transition, inhale, extend into the pose. So take a few more of those. You can take breaks at any time, especially for the wrists. If you ever need a break for the wrists, just roll them out, but very deliberately, rather than just kind of swinging them around. Squeeze the hands into fists, roll them in circles, roll them the other direction, and then extend the fingers out, in, out, in. Roll them in circles, roll them the other way, out, in, out, in. So that's a good way to get the wrists ready to move on and go into the movement again. Make sure that when your hands are on the floor, that your fingers are clawing the floor. So when you're ready, you can go back into it and take however long you want in this sequence. Because it's so simple, you can just do it a couple times, or you can do it for several minutes where you're taking time to explore what it feels like to lengthen the spine versus just kind of collapse. What it feels like to be in downward dog and work toward your heels getting down to the floor, work towards straightening your legs, feeling the difference between if the ribs are kind of open and reaching out to the floor versus if you pull the ribs in and support yourself. So there's all these different things that you can explore in each pose, and just kind of, it'll change day to day. It's a different, because our bodies are different. You may be sore one day, you may feel really good one day. This is a good way to kind of do inventory on the body and how your legs feel, how your arms feel, and stuff like that. So it's really simple, but that's another little simple exercise you can